Queues help distribute calls optimally to the agents. When agents become available, queued calls are directed based on configured call routing settings. As business needs change, administrators can modify a queue and its settings in Control Hub. In this video, we'll review how to adjust some of the most common queue features. First, let's take a look at how simple it is to manage agents. From Control Hub, go to Services and select Customer Assist. Click Agents. Here's where you can view a consolidated view of all agents across your queues. The dashboard displays the agents' information and their queue participation, so that you can make appropriate staffing decisions and easily change the join status, if needed. Use the search field to search for an agent name or primary number, or use these filters to sort the list based on queues, queue locations, and join-unjoin status. To add or remove an agent from a queue, go to Queues at the top of the Customer Assist page. Select a queue to edit from the list, and click Agents. From the drop-down list, search or select the users to add to a queue. Please note, if added users don't already have the Customer Assist license, you'll be prompted to assign the license. To remove an agent, click the trash icon. Agents in a queue can be associated with a supervisor who can silently monitor, coach, barge in, or to take over calls that their assigned agents are currently handling. To manage supervisors, click Supervisors at the top of the Customer Assist page. Here you can view, add, and remove supervisors. You can also easily add or remove agents assigned to supervisors. Next, let's take a look at how to add wrap-up reasons. Wrap-up reasons are an efficient way to record customer interaction outcomes and provide valuable data for monitoring. Click Desktop Experience. Select Manage, then Add Wrap-up Reason. Enter the name, description, and which queues to assign this reason to. Click Create. The wrap-up reason is now available in WebEx app for agents. To edit, select the wrap-up reason, make changes, and save. You can also associate wrap-up reasons to specific call queues by selecting Customer Assist, Queues, and then choosing your call queue. Next, click Wrap-up Reasons. From here, you have the option to create a new wrap-up reason or assign existing ones to the chosen call queue. Use the drop-down to select your wrap-up reason, choosing more than one if desired. Next, optionally toggle the wrap-up timer. This gives agents a set amount of time to wrap up a call. Once the timer has ended, a default wrap-up reason will be automatically selected, and the agent status will go to Available. Configure the time, and click Save when finished. Now that you've seen where and how to manage agents, supervisors, and wrap-up reasons, let's look at some of the queue settings. When you first set up your queue, you determine the call routing strategy, which is how the agents are prioritized to receive a call. To modify the call routing settings, go to Queues at the top of the Customer Assist page. Select the queue to edit from the list. Select Call Routing Type. First, choose Priority or Skill-Based Routing, and then choose the pattern. If you choose skill-based routing, by default, routing happens based on the skill level. If there's more than one agent in the same skill level, calls follow the selected routing pattern: circular, top-down, or longest idle. Make your edits, and click Save. Next, let's look at how to allow callers to receive a callback to a phone number they provide. This is called the callback service. Click Callback. Select the toggle to enable. Enter minimum estimated time for callback option in minutes. This determines at what estimated wait time the caller receives the callback option. Check the Allow International Callback Number prompt checkbox if applicable. This allows international users wanting a callback to enter their country code. The callback numbers validate against a location's policy on outgoing calls. Click Save to save your changes. Finally, let's look at how to modify your queue policies to quickly handle any changes or emergency situations. Under Queue Policies, you can configure how to route calls during holiday and after-hour periods, temporarily divert new incoming calls, and manage the calls in queue when the agents are unavailable. Select Holiday Service to configure the queue to route calls differently during the holidays. Select Night Service to configure the queue to route calls differently during the hours when the queue isn't in service. This is determined by a schedule that defines the business hours of the queue. Select Forced Forwarding to allow the queue to be put in an emergency mode to forward calls to a different location during the emergency. Configure the queue to temporarily divert new incoming calls to a different route, depending on the night service and holiday service route. A stranded call is processed by a queue that has no agents currently staffed. Select Stranded Calls to configure the queue routing policy for calls stranded in the queue when all the agents are signed out. For each of these policies, you can customize a variety of settings to make sure your callers are informed and routed properly. These are just some of the settings you can modify as an administrator on the Queue Details page. Use the help documentation to learn more.